Then for concealer today, I'm going to take the CoverFX. What was that? Hello, so for today's video, we're going to be doing a very sort of easy, can be sort of done for any event to look really pretty, quite natural, but still like kind of glam. So I'm thinking like weddings, birthdays, work, things like that. So we're going to jump into the video. So my brows are already done. They're like a hot mess. I can never get my brows to sit how I want them to sit. But it's all good because they're fine. We're just going to leave them. So to start, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. So we're going to take the Melt Cosmetics. So this is the Digital Dust Highlight in Stargazer. And I'm going to take that on an Hourglass number 9 brush. It's nothing intense. So it looks really natural, really pretty. And I feel like, well, obviously there's no glitter in it, which is a big bonus as well. Because for this look, I'm kind of keep it no glitter. Maybe on my eyes a little bit, but we'll get to that in a minute. Then for eyelid primer, I'm going to take the Smashbox. So this is the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. I love this primer, but they don't sell in the UK anymore. And it really annoys me because this is the best primer. I have like really oily eyelids. So this just really locks it into place. And I feel like nothing compares to this and it's really annoying. So if you know any like closed dupes that I can use, please let me know. And I like to sort of take a bit on the under eye as well. So I have stuck a little bit of tape down. I just like to do this because it gives me a guide as to where I should stop and where I should start sort of thing. If you don't want to use tape, don't use tape, but this is just what I like to do. So we're going to take the Dose of Colours. This is the Baked Brown palette and I absolutely love this palette. She is super pigmented, so be careful. You don't need a lot with her. So I'm going to take the Hourglass. This is the number 3 brush. I'm going to take Deserted, which is this one here. And when I say like a light amount, like this, and then I have a towel in front of me, so I just take off the excess on the towel. And we're just going to go ahead and press this where the tape is. And just around the crease as well. Going in and out. You can mix a bit of tea light with it, which is the white shade, just to really soft redefine it as well. You really sort of want minimal colour because we're really going to do something on the lids that's just going to make it pop. Then I'm going to take the 9 brush again, which we use for highlighter. So I've just dusted this off in a little towel I have. I'm just going to blend this through. Really sort of dragging it back. I'll zoom you in a little bit as well so you sort of see a bit better. There we go. Then we're going to take a number 4 brush from Hourglass. I'm going to take the next shade over, which is Outdoorsy. And we're literally, boop, that's it. We don't want to add much, but I just want a little bit in this outer corner. We're just like patting it on. Then we can take the number 9 brush again. So that's all I'm adding for now. I feel like if I need to add more, I will. But we're going to cut the crease now. So I'm just going to take the concealer. So this is the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer. Not my favourite concealer ever, so I just use it just to cut my eyelids. But you can obviously use the concealer that you're going to wear on your eyes. Just trying to use up product. Then I take the Peaches and Cream. This is the PC51 brush. We just soak it. I'm just taking it on my hand and doing this both sides, so it's really nice and flat. See, like so. Then close it down, look up where this like line sits is where we're going to cut our crease to. So it's not technically where our crease is, but it's enough room for me to have a little bit of gold left because I have got smaller eyes, or shimmer left on the lids, if you know what I mean, but still be soft. Does that make sense? In my head it makes sense, but yeah. And then we'll just sort of like pat it along. When you get to where you want to finish, just drag brush down. Don't worry if you've gone over too much or anything, because we're going to blend. So don't worry about that. So now we're going to take the number 12. So I don't like to look up here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pat this out so we don't get any more transfer. This is the shape we want. This is what we like. We're happy with it. Want to make sure that it stays in place. And to blend this out, we're going to go back into the number 3 brush. So this has nothing on it. And we just sort of pat and swipe the edges of this. Sometimes you sort of take your finger as well. Just go ahead and pat. You can also take a little bit of colour if you wish. So I'm just going to do that. So I should have said, I'm taking some cotton bud and my micellar water. And I just want to sort of remove this because I don't love how concealer sits on my eyelids. You can leave it on if you wish, but just want to get rid of some of it. I don't mind if there's a little bit left on, yeah. Then you can go ahead and take a little bit more shadow primer if you wish, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take that on the Hourglass number 11 brush. Put that on where the concealer was. Like I said, I'm not overly bothered if it all goes, I just wanted to get rid of the majority of it. Then I'm going to take the Mercier, so this is the Caviar Stick Eye Colour in Rose Gold. If you want absolutely no shimmer whatsoever on your face, then this is perfect for you. It's just this really soft eye cream. Yeah, it's truly beautiful. If you do want glitter and you want something like this is literally like budge proof. It will not bleed, it will not do anything, it will not move. And you just want a little bit of glitter, then just buy a cheap little glitter to just press sort of on top. But I will show you what I'm going to use after on top, which I personally really love. But we're going to take this as well. And if you have sort of smaller eyes like mine, you can go ahead and take a little brush. So this was the Hourglass number 11. And we can just take it on the brush, just go ahead and get in those little tiny details. Now we're going to do some blending work. So I'm going to take the Hourglass number 3 brush, which we used, and just sort of pat and swipe. And then this is the general look. So on top of that, because I am a shimmer girl, I really like that high shine. This is from Tarte. This is the Chrome Paint in Top Yacht. So this does have glitter, but it's like micro glitter. It's not as glittery as the Hourglass ones. If you want something that's really like glittery and high shine, this is high shine by the way. The Hourglass ones are like stunning for that, but this is what we're going to take today. So I am going to take on a brush. So I'm going to take the number 11 brush. You can go in with your finger as well, but I just want to sort of add this on top. Get that really glowy sort of ba-bam on the eyes. So now I'm going to take my finger as well now. Just dip it in. Just pat this on top. So we got this looking like this. Can you see how just much more intense it is? Now we're going to do some more blending. Again, taking the Hourglass 3 brush. So that is basically the eye done. Obviously, if you wanted to sort of go ahead and add a little bit of brown liner or something, this has it in the palette for you. Or liquid liner, blah blah blah. So lashes, I did want sort of like half lashes because I feel like it's really just going to give that cut eye sort of effect and really just bring it all together. So the ones I do have are from Revolution. So these are the Aristocat collection, which I love Aristocats. Marie's my favourite, I absolutely love her. So these are what they look like, and yeah, I feel like they're gonna work. If you obviously, not that anyone's gonna ask you probably what lashes you're wearing, but you don't want to be like Revolution Aristocats collection, then you know, just find half lashes from anywhere. But these are super affordable as well. So yeah, we're gonna do that off camera, finish the eye, come back, we'll do the base and lips, anyway, you know, wrap things up. Okay, so lashes are on. I did put like a bit of black eyeliner over the lash band because they are a clear lash, and I personally just hate clear lash bands. They don't ever look good on me. So yeah, put a bit of black liner on it just to sort of blend it in a little bit. Obviously you can leave it as clear if you wish, but for me, I just don't like it. So we're going to move on to the base now. So to start, we're going to take the Spectrum. So this is the Glowful Hydrating and Illuminating Primer. So I'm just going to take that on this brush. So this is the Hourglass number 8 brush. And we're just going to go ahead and apply this all over. This does smell like grapefruit, by the way. So if you're very sensitive to like fruit, just be careful. Like, I don't use this that often because my skin does not react well to fruit and products. But yeah, this gives me, you know, the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's the Wonder Glow, it's very similar to that. Just that little hint of something with some hydration, if that's what you're sort of after, but on a more affordable. I do really recommend this. I love Spectrum, I love Spectrum brushes, everything they do. So for foundation today, I'm going to mix two because I have got a bit of self tanner on. So I'm going to take the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. So I have LG free and TG free. TG free is too dark and then LG free is too light. So I'm just going to mix a dollop on a palette. So I'm just going to dot this around the face. Then to blend, I'm going to take the Hourglass brush. I don't know what one this is. It literally just looks like so. And we're just going to blend this through. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. So this is Charlotte Tilbury. I actually don't know what it's called. It's not written on here, but this is in 2 medium. And it's like, I think it's like the eye brightener or something. So yeah, I'm going to take that on an Hourglass. It's a number 6 brush. And I'm just going to pack this right in here. We get a lot of our sort of dark circles. Then for concealer today, I'm going to take the CoverFX Power Play Concealer. So I have N Light 1 and N Fair 2. So N Light 1, N Fair 2. This is just a little bit too... Actually, no, this matches, but I like it to be a little bit brighter. So this is my normal shade typically. So I do like to take this here and extend it out. We get this sort of lifted, and then just a tiny bit on the forehead. So the only place I put this is just boop, boop, like that, just to really brighten it up there. So I do like to let this sit for a minute or two. So I typically just sort of sit here, go on my phone, do whatever I've got to do. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to blend that out, and this is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Concealer Brush. And just going to out. Then just to set the under eyes, I'm going to take the Mercier. So this is the Secret Brightening Under Eye Powder. And I'm going to take that on another Hourglass brush. I don't know what it's called. Say it's just double-ended. And we're going to take the smaller side. Just take that on the under eyes. Then we're going to move on to cream bronzer. So I take this palette from Hourglass as well. So this is the Lumi Sheer Colour Trio in Sunset. So you get bronze, blush, highlighter. So we're going to use all 3 today. I'll start by taking the bronze shade. And I'm going to take that on a Spectrum A18. And then I'm going to take the crown brush, this is the C436, and we're just going to buff this out. So I'm trying to keep this up rather than dragging it down, because we don't want to sort of drag the face down, we want it to be lifted. And then we're going to pull the forehead like into the hairline. And then we pull this back. Then for bronzer today, I'm going to take the Maybelline City Bronzer. So you can just leave as cream products if you wish. This is truly stunning for this. But like I said, I really do like a full sort of glam. Obviously you can just take out bits that you don't want and do it that way. So I'm going to take the Hourglass brush, and yet again, oh, this is the number 2. We're going to take the Maybelline, I don't think I said it was a City Bronzer, and this is in the shade Medium Warm 250. We're just going to set the bronzer. I was going to say set the face, but we're not doing that. Then we're going to go back into the trio. I love this because the highlight is not glittery either. Like I said, I really just want to sort of, I know it's a lot of makeup, but it's still toned down, I guess. Obviously if you're like, well, that's not toned down for me, obviously you might like a tinted moisturiser, and this is still going to pair beautifully with that as well. So I'm just going to take my finger and we're just going to pat this on top of the cheeks. See how it's just very soft, There's no like, oh, this is a lot of highlight. It's just very, very pretty. Then we're going to go back into the Milk Cosmetics highlighter and take the Hourglass. So this is the number 14 brush. And we're just going to put that on top, just to really set in place, because this is going to really lock product in and just last all day. You can see how it's still very subtle, very pretty. I don't take it on the nose because I like my nose to look natural, like it's like, oh, she's got the highlight shining. So yeah, I just take it on here, and then I will take the Hourglass 13 brush and just put a little bit of this in the inner corners. Then we're gonna go back into this, and I'm gonna take the blush from here. So this is another Hourglass brush, don't know, double-ended, and we're gonna take this brush in here first, and we're just, I personally like to put highlighter on before blush, because I feel like otherwise you do get this sort of line, whereas the blush will keep that blended. Sometimes if I'm using like really heavy glitter and stuff, I'm not overly bothered, but I try to remember to do blush after. Then to set that, we're going to take the Beauty Bay. So this is the powdered blush in Peachy. So I'm going to take the other side of this Hourglass brush and just set this in. Then I'm just going to dust this highlighter brush off, and we're going to go into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So I'm going to mix these two just for like a little bit of contour. And I just like to sort of follow my shape here. I can see like a shadow almost. I just add a little bit into there. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Complecting Perfecting Micro Powder in 01 Fair. And I'm going to take the big brush from Hourglass. It was the double-ended one. And we're just going to set everything in place. I'm sort of going to avoid the highlight, just so we don't sort of mattify it. Then we're going to go back into the Baked Brown palette, and we're going to go and take the number 13 brush. Just a dabble of this again, just dusting off the excess on that towel, and just keeping it really simple underneath. Then taking the Hourglass number 6 brush, we're just going to blend this slightly, just like so, just a tiny, tiny dabble. Then I'm going to go in with the Loreal, so this is the Lash Paradise in Waterproof, and I just like to wipe the excess off, and then add like a tiny bit, but you're going to see none of this, you're going to see the top of my head. So just to set everything and sort of finish off, we're going to take the Revolution Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray. So this isn't a setting spray or anything, it's just a hydrating spray, so it's just nice to sort of, I don't know, bring it back to life. Do you know, like MAC Fix Plus, apart from MAC Fix Plus is so expensive and I can literally just buy this, so this is what I use. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. We're just going to spritz that on top. Or I would. Okay, we're not using the Charlotte Tilbury one because it's not spraying, so we're going to dig out a different one. So since the Charlotte Tilbury one didn't want to work, we're going to take the Rare Beauty one. So this is the Always an Optimist. So this is the 4-in-1 mist. And we're just going to... And then for lips today, we're going to take the Dose of Colour lip liner. So this is in the shade Truth or Bare. And we're just going to line the lips. So don't twist this up a lot because they do break quite easily. So I'm just saying a dabble. Although you should be twisting your lip liners up like that anyway. Then for lipsticks, we're going to take the Patrick Tar. This is the Monochromatic Moment Silky Lip Cream in She's Unapologetic. So I'm just going to put that on top. Then we're going to take the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, and this is in the shade, I think it's like 20 Sun. And we're just going to put it on top. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this gloss has like lifted off all of this, and it just doesn't look like it's sitting right to me. kind of goopy as well. 2 seconds, I'll be back to sort of fix this. Okay, so now I feel like I'm good with the look. I feel like because it's quite a nude, it just takes me a bit of getting used to. Plus I feel like I used a lip liner that was a bit too peachy for something that's not peachy. So that's my mistake. I feel like I should have gone with something a bit darker or something a bit lighter or something not peachy. So yeah, this is the finished look. And I don't know, I just think it's like super pretty, just really bold on the eyes, but still really simple. Looks like you've put in like a lot of work, but it's not a lot of work. Does that make sense? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video.